In a distant kingdom in Senegal, surrounded by emerald forests and towering peaks, lived a noble prince named Amadou Bach. He was known across the land for his wisdom, compassion, and the deep respect he held for all his subjects. Despite his royal lineage, Amadou Bach often wandered through the kingdom in disguise, yearning to understand the lives of his people. One day, while exploring the remote corners of his realm, Prince Amadou Bach discovered a small isolated village. The village was poor, its inhabitants hardened by years of struggle and misfortune. As he walked through the narrow, dusty paths, his attention was drawn to a young woman named Eva. She was an orphan, having lost her parents to a tragic accident years before. Left alone in the world, Eva became a target of the villagers' scorn and cruelty, ultimately being banned from the community. Eva lived on the outskirts of the village, surviving on her own, but never losing her gentle spirit. She found peace in nature, particularly in the wildflowers that bloomed in the nearby meadows. Prince Amadou Bach, moved by Eva's plight and intrigued by her quiet strength, began visiting the village regularly, always in disguise. He observed how the villagers treated her with disdain, yet she endured their harshness with grace and dignity. The more he learned about her, the more he admired her courage and kindness. One day, after witnessing another act of cruelty toward Eva, Prince Amadou Bach decided it was time to act. He revealed his true identity to the villagers, who were shocked and ashamed to learn that their prince had been among them all along. He announced his love for Eva and his intention to marry her, leaving the villagers in stunned silence. Realizing their grave mistake, the villagers begged for Eva's forgiveness, now understanding that they had wronged an innocent soul. Their wedding was a grand celebration, with nobles and villagers alike gathering to witness the union. As Prince Amadou Bach and Eva exchanged vows, the kingdom rejoiced. For this was not just the joining of two hearts, but a powerful lesson in humility, kindness, and the true worth of a person. From that day on, the village flourished under the protection of the royal family, and Princess Eva made it her mission to ensure that no one in her kingdom would ever face the rejection and mistreatment she had endured. The story of Prince Amadou Bach and Eva became a beloved legend, passed down through generations, reminding all that love, compassion, and understanding have the power to change the world. One day, Prince Amadou, in disguise, came across a small, isolated village. The village was shrouded in sadness. Poverty had taken a toll on its people. They struggled to survive. The villagers were distrustful of outsiders. Amadou soon discovered the reason for their isolation. They had turned their backs on a young orphaned girl named Eva. They blamed her for a series of misfortunes. Eva was forced to live on the outskirts of the village. She was denied basic necessities and treated with cruelty. Despite this, Eva persevered. She tended to a small garden, her only source of sustenance. She never complained about her situation. Eva's spirit remained unbroken. The villagers, blinded by their own misery, failed to see Eva's inherent goodness. They continued to mistreat her, unaware of the pain they were inflicting. Amadou watched in sadness, his heart heavy with the injustice he witnessed. Amadou, disguised as a traveler, observed Eva from a distance. He was struck by her resilience. Despite the hardships she faced, Eva remained kind and gentle. He saw her sharing her meager food with stray animals. He witnessed the villagers' harsh treatment of her. They would yell insults and refuse her even simple requests. Eva endured it all with quiet dignity, never retaliating, never breaking. Amadou was deeply moved by Eva's spirit. He saw in her a strength that surpassed physical power. It was a strength that came from within, a strength rooted in kindness and compassion. The prince realized that Eva, though ostracized, possessed something truly special. It was a quality that many, including the villagers, failed to recognize or appreciate. Amadou, determined to understand her better, continued to observe Eva. Day after day, Amadou watched Eva. He admired her work ethic. She never faltered in her daily tasks. He saw her helping others in need, even those who had wronged her. Amadou felt a growing respect for Eva. Her selflessness and resilience were qualities he rarely encountered. He knew he had to help her. He wanted to alleviate her suffering. He also realized that the villagers were blind to Eva's true worth. Their hearts were hardened by their own struggles. Amadou knew he had to find a way to open their eyes. The prince decided to reveal his true identity. He believed this would be the only way to break through the villagers' prejudice. He knew his actions would have consequences, but he was determined to help Ava and bring harmony to the village. One morning, Amadou approached the village square. He removed his disguise, revealing his true identity. The villagers gasped in shock. They were terrified of the possible repercussions. Amadou, with Eva by his side, addressed the crowd. He spoke of Eva's kindness and strength. He declared his love for her. The prince's words echoed through the stunned silence. No one dared to speak. The villagers were speechless. They had mistreated their future king. Shame and remorse washed over them. They realized the depth of their mistake. Amadou's declaration was a testament to his love for Eva. He had risked everything for her. His actions spoke volumes about his character and his heart. The villagers, filled with remorse, begged for forgiveness. They realized they had misjudged Eva. They had allowed their fear and despair to cloud their judgment. Eva, her heart full of forgiveness, accepted their apology. She had never wished them ill. She understood their struggles. Amadou and Ava were married in a grand ceremony. The entire kingdom celebrated. The village, once shrouded in sadness, flourished under their care. Ava's kindness had transformed their hearts. The story of Prince Amadou and Ava became a legend. It taught everyone the importance of humility, kindness, and recognizing the true worth of a person. Love, compassion, and forgiveness had triumphed.